Well, good evening. Welcome. Welcome to those of you joining us here in the room, those of you joining us online on the Love Stream. My name is Reverend Dr. Michael McMorrow. I'm the senior minister here at our Center for Spiritual Living here in Granada Hills, California. We're located in the North San Fernando Valley. And we are a faith community who welcome all who practice their beliefs in faith and love. So I'm joined by Renzen in the back, holding down the tech end of things, and our presider this evening, is the wonderful Beverly Scott. So let's, as we bring down the lights, we'll take a deep conscious breath and release as we allow ourselves to just release the day and claim this moment as our own, this eternal now moment, as we come together for our call to service, which we call lighting the flames of faith. And we perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples, all faiths, all sentient beings come from the one great universal presence, which we call spirit. The fundamental to this truth is a unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here this evening. So as Beverly lights the first candle, it's for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. The fifth candle we light for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. The sixth candle we light for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. The eighth candle we light for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. The 10th candle we light for all those who are as yet unaware of the power and presence of spirit in their lives, and for the space we hold for them here in our sanctuary, within our online community, and of course within our own hearts. Finally, as Beverly lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone you wish to have experienced the healing flame of God's eternal love.
Trust in God. I surrender. I'm one with the Spirit all around me. I surrender. I trust in God.
eyes or closing them all together. Let us enter into that secret place full of love, joy, and peace. I fill my thoughts with that of God, remembering all that which connects us all. I give thanks for each and every one that is here tonight for our meditation hour, to open up, to receive what it is for each of us to receive during the next hour. When we remove from our awareness that which divides us and focus on that which unites us, we are living embodiment of oneness. When we come from that high level of understanding, acceptance, and well-wishing for all, we are light unto the world. I am thankful and grateful for the unfoldment of life in my world. When we draw life into our lives, when we draw from our own intuition, we are guided by the highest and the best. Go within the self, close the door on the senses and their involvement with the restless world. And life will reveal to us all its wonders. From this high vibration of gratitude, I release this truth into the perfect activity of law. I release into law my word, knowing that it is completely and divinely fulfilled. Join me in saying, and so it is.
So it is.
And so it is. Draw from the highest and the best. My talk today and just awakened my insides, the truth, something that I sensed and felt, but I feel over the next several weeks, many things is going to be revealed and open. I think about the class is powering your decisions. And I speak on pure intelligence because that's what we all are. I am pure intelligence, always acting intelligently. This comes into our consciousness naturally because it is who we are. We are intelligent beings because we are incarnated from the most intelligent. So we take that into account, and then we think back in my experience, and that's what I'm going to share with you, just a little backstory. Making decisions has come very easy for me because years ago, I decided I wanted to be educated. I wanted to be able to help people. Putting those thoughts, those ideas in my consciousness, not even knowing how they were going to unfold, but I felt and knew there was this feeling that I I could do anything that I put my mind to. So with that, I thought about, I want to go to college. I filled out the FAFSA form. I have forgotten what that stands for, but everybody that's went to higher education that needed assistance, it's a grant that is given freely if you meet the requirements. And at the time, I met the requirements. My family are working people. It's 5 of us. So I stepped up. And I got it the first time right off. So that was a decision that I made that prepared me for where I am today. I'm not going to get off the subject too far, but I needed to point that out. Where this came from, not out yonder, not under the bush. It came from me, right inside me. And it's right here, in this room, online, everyone that's listening. We have that ability. We just have to draw from it. Raymond Charles Barker, he is the teacher. And I'm going to give him a title. I have embraced this. Briefly, I just want to read one of his treatments that says everything. Again, an affirmation. I am pure intelligent, always acting intelligently. There is one originating intelligence, mind and spirit, and I am its action, its outlet, its process of revealing itself. It knows me as itself, and I know myself as it. Therefore, I am never indecisive. I always have the right idea at the right time. Infinite intelligence in me knows what to do, and this knowledge is mine at every instance. Original thinking pervades my consciousness. I am correctly decisive regarding all matters. I know what I need to know at the instant I need to know it. The results of this correct knowing of original ideas brings forth new and improved situations in my life. For this I am glad. I share this with you. I'm using I, but take that away, we. This is available to all of us at all times. Another affirmation. I am the right person in the right place to create a right world for myself. As we go into meditation, breathe that. And from our great Ernest Holmes, whatever the mind holds to and firmly believes in forms a new pattern of thought within its creative mind, creative mold. And whatever thought is held in mind tends to take outward form in new creations. We are a creation, incarnated from the Creator, and we are here to be creative and to create. Thank you. That's the few announcements I'd like to share. Always, first and foremost, let's thank our hospitality volunteers for those of you that attend. see the whiteboard in Sparks Hall to see who is the person of the day and hold space for them, for their time, their energy, their dedication. Practitioners are available for a 2-minute tune-up. We can be reached online at CSLGH.org if you would like to talk or someone to pray. Please reach out. TLC, Mind Body Healing Workshop, inspired by the teachings of Dr. John Sarno with Reverend Felipe and Reverend Egloff. Will be this Sunday, April 14th, from 1 to 4. Sign up in Sparks Hall or see the ticket information in our newsletter. Visioning for Life, new class with Reverend Dr. Marine, begins April 18th at 6:30. Sign up in Sparks Hall or contact Melissa to register for class. Children's beginning drums and beginning guitar, theater, and Tai Chi meditation are ongoing and open. If you would like to sponsor a child, please contact Reverend Nicole or Melissa. Thanks each and every one of you for being here this evening.
All right, thank you, Beverly. Yeah, sure, let's give her some love. Thank you. Yeah, so we're doing this class with Mr. Barker, Dr. Raymond Charles Barker, and this is one of the concepts he's been, we just started the class, is that we're surrounded by and are actually expressing as intelligence. And even as we know this to be so, we also know from our life experience that sometimes we don't always act intelligently. So, why is that? Well, there are deeper aspects of mind. Our subconscious mind has all kinds of stuff in it. And this is where the true healing, needs to take place. And this is one of the benefits of meditation, of course, is we learn through the practice of following the breath. We learn to observe our thought, and then from the Buddhist notion of, either we hide from the thought or we cling to the thought. But when we're able to just observe it without being triggered by it, to the extent that we can do that, then that particular thought is healed. And as that becomes as discordant thoughts, as we release our attachment to discordant thoughts, our consciousness heals from the inside out. And so then we start making better choices in our conscious thinking as well. And so this would explain why many times we make these conscious choices and yet we get results that are less than ideal. And so our meditation practice can really help with that. There's many benefits that they're finding to meditation. So this workshop on Sunday afternoon, the work of Dr. John Sarno, is around chronic pain. So if you know anyone who's suffering from chronic pain of any kind, invite them to come to this workshop, because Sarno, through meditation, has helped people. In fact, some people have healed their back pain. They no longer have back pain. No surgery, nothing changed on the inside, but through meditation and deep relaxation, he has helped, of course he's gone now, but he helped many people. And I first heard about this through Stephanie, my wife Stephanie. And because a lot of back pain is stress related. And because we hold so much, we hold so much in us, particularly, when we are in the, full on into our working life for sure, but there are many stressors to life, right? So try doing career and raising young children and trying to run a household and maybe being a manager of a department, all of those things. There's a lot of balls in the air. And so again, meditation can be very helpful in helping to navigate all that, because we learn to be responsive rather than reactive. The other thing about this intelligence business that we're studying is I'm beginning to feel like spiritual practice is really more art than craft. So we learn to meditate. If we have a prayer life, we engage with that. We engage with spiritual mind treatment. And yet, what are we doing? We're accessing deeper aspects of experience, which really is what any good artist does, right? And so, in this way, I have found a poem that we'll share with you, from my favorite poet named David White. And so I'm just going to encourage you, because we'll just go from this and we'll go into the meditation. So I'm going to invite you. I don't usually do visualization type meditations, but this is a very visual meditation. So let's all take a deep breath together. And just adjust our seat, make sure we're anchored, good foundation in our seat. A nice triangular mountain pose, if you will. Getting all the jiggles and giggles out. A little stretch. Maybe creak the neck one more time. And just finding ourselves balanced. The spine balanced over the sit bones. The head balanced over the spine. Taking a deep breath. As we follow the movement of the breath in the nostril. So just focus on the movement in your nostril. On the inhale and on the exhale. As I share with you this poem by David White, Castilian Spring. The upper mountain slopes of Mount Parnassus, from which, like falling water, all the words you need might flow. And the source at the foot of the mountain from where the water rises has carried the name Castilian Spring for 3,000 years. A place sung for centuries as the common source from which we might drink. Words fully commensurate with the awe we need to comprehend our world. A name I learned sitting behind a school desk in a place that had become a mere reference, a classical abstract that I distrusted, and that might lead me away from the truer, more difficult, and more nourishing source of the verse, that mythic heartbreak found in our attempt to make a proper passage through a single day. The truer sources that you and I find everywhere. Just for instance, the loving words passed down to you from your mother, or unforgivably, if your mother did not love you as she should, then the word that the patient ear of a listening neighbor, coaxing the words from the ground of your vulnerably youthful and untried discontent. Or then again, think of the teacher who taught you the simple, beautiful, but quavering notes of your first song, and the most extraordinary, all along the road and through the years, those exceptional strangers who took their patient time with you, an equal stranger, to give you exactly what you needed. The water has always touched our lips everywhere and with everyone, from whatever source we find that nourishes, disturbs, and then surprises. So strange then for me to be surprised, as I was surprised this morning drinking from the Castilian spring, as if undone by the fast moving quicksilver of some inner traveling light, rising to my feet with the water still cold in my mouth and my hands wet where they had been cupped to the swirl and gleam of the source. The life-giving rains given from the clouds, finding their way deep in the mountain, out in the world once more, first through my hands, and then through my mouth, and then through my about to speak voice at one and the same time. The water swirling and glinting as I leant toward the spring of shared memory that lives in me, tasting the essence and the freshness of every gifted God-given thing. Some thirst met and assuaged, and for a fleeting moment this morning, in the clear Mediterranean light rising over the shadows of Parnassus, the magic felt and fully acknowledged. Staying with the breath. Allowing ourselves a moment of refreshment. Drinking deeply from the stream. Following the breath, the gentle body scan now from the feet, up the legs, into the knees, releasing any twist in the knee. So if we find a place with tension, we just simply take a deep breath and just exhale into that tension. You'll feel it unwind. And with that unwinding, we go just a wee bit deeper into the settled state. Following following the breath. Into the sit bones, the glutes relaxed, spine erect but free of tension, and the tummy rises and falls easily. We're not forcing anything. Up into the shoulders, down into the arms, releasing any tension. Back into the shoulders, gently back rather than hunched forward, gently back. Again with the erect spine, balanced over the sit bones, the head balanced over the spine, chin slightly down, and we breathe. We're going to take a deep breath together, and on the exhale, allow your shoulders to drop, your neck lengthen a little bit, and feel your face drop on the exhale as well. So taking a deep breath and release. Bringing our attention now to the exhale. As we move now into the silence for about 15 minutes or so. attention gently back into the room, staying with the breath. Now breathing into our heart center. Visualize with me the flame of the divine, however you know that to be, resting in our heart center. So with each in-breath, we are fanning that flame. Fanning that flame with awareness, intelligence, love, light. Each breath fanning that flame, this light within, growing more brilliant, expanding with each in-breath. The ebb and flow with the breath in the same way we might inflate a balloon. Gently, naturally, easily. This ball of light, of love, intelligence. That intelligence that knows how to breathe the body, how to replenish the body without our understanding how. This light now extending beyond the torso, side to side, front to back, top to bottom. We're now sitting in this globe of light and love. Allowing it to extend even further, commingling with our friends here in the sanctuary, feeling the sanctuary itself, creating this field of light and love, or rather an awareness of this field of light and love that already exists, bound by nothing, not bound by time nor space. So even commingling with our friends joining us online, not bound by time. So joining folks who join us later in this field of light and love. So we take a deep breath in it, knowing that the deepest levels of being, that every atom, every molecule, every cell, every organ, every muscle, every bone, every sinew, with the vibration of radiant good health, of intelligence itself expressing, that knows to combine, to release that which is no longer needed, and instead embrace health that is radiant and strong, that we are feeling a sense of restoration and strength in this moment. We take a deep breath, and on the exhale, so staying again with the breath, opening our awareness up to the intelligence of the universe itself, opening ourselves up, knowing that there is that within us that holds the solution to any seeming challenge, any seeming problem around us and deep within us, that there's an activation of new and dynamic, creative, powerful ideas as the creative impulse of the universe itself is impressing these new ideas deep within aspects of mind that up until now have evaded us, that we are allowing these ideas now to bubble forth from within us, either in the moment, within the dream state, as we sleep, within the coming days ahead, that we are confident that these new and dynamic ideas are already present and that we are accessing that which has infinite power to allow their full and complete demonstration as we shift our consciousness from one of confusion into knowing clarity, knowing that it is already done. Taking a deep breath, we release that. So finally now returning to the heart, breathing into the heart center, feeling, allowing the shoulders to fall back, feeling the heart opening, that we are feeling a sense of connection from deep within ourselves, a sense of confidence, of safety, of a love that is freely released and connecting with the love within the room, with the love expressing in this field of love from which we live, move, and have our being. That we understand now that we are love expressing. And so from this place, in this field of light and love, we may call to mind someone with whom we are in discord with in some way, that we are now knowing that the vibration, this high vibration of love itself, is attuning us to any discordant thoughts, feelings are now being attuned to those of peace, of harmony, of peaceful abiding, of mutual respect. That we know that for our closer, our more intimate relationships, that in this open-hearted place, there are levels of deeper connection happening even now. That we know for those whom we hold most dear, that they too are being raised in this field of love, loving kindness and compassion, of empathy as we seek and allow levels of understanding and connection to easily make themselves known. That we extend this field of love to those with whom we work with, whom we share the freeway with, whom we share our offices, whom we share this life with, this globe with. Taking a deep breath, we release that. So just taking another deep breath, as we know that there is but one power, one presence, one source, one life, this living intelligence, the creative impulse of life itself. It is the wellspring of love itself, that it is impressing and expressing itself in, through, and as all of life, in, through, and as our life, and everyone else too. And so we feel a sense of deep gratitude in knowing this truth in a deeper way here this evening, that we know that our consciousness, our countenance has been shifted and lifted, that we're feeling a sense of healing as we leave here tonight, that there's a little lift in our step. We feel a sense of deep gratitude. We know further as we leave here tonight that we arrive home safely and in good order as we make our way through the rest of our evening, finding our way to our bed, that the head hits the pillow, we drift off to sleep easily, effortlessly, sleeping deeply, restfully, dreaming sweet dreams, that we awaken feeling restored with a sense of rejuvenation, with a sense of vim and vigor and zest for life, a sense of excitement for the day to come. And so for all of this, including the thoughts, concerns, the aspirations held in the heart of anyone within the sound of this voice, either now or later, we just simply all now take a deep breath as we release all of it to that aspect of the mind of the divine itself that knows only to say yes as the law of its own being. So in deep gratitude and confidence, we just let it go, let it all be, let it be so. And together we acknowledge this by saying, and so it is, amen. So if you're local here and this is your first time joining us, if this is interesting to you at all, this idea of exploring mind and how to utilize it with spiritual practice for our highest good, we play around with these ideas on Sunday mornings too at 9 a.m. And then we live stream also at 10:30 right here on CSLGH.org. This week we're going to be joined by Reverend Melissa Philippe and Z. Egloff. They're going to be doing the music and the program. It's going to be very lively. And so come join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be here as well as the workshop. The workshop should be worth the time and the investment in it. So until then, know that you're loved. Peace and blessings. We'll see you next time. Adios.